Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up on turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight in Brazelton, Georgia at the Lanier National Speedway. It is Wednesday night, and it is time for the Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday Night Street Fights, brought to you by Heartland, Harley, Davidson, and it comes to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. What is going on? Phil LaCasse is here. Jack Chewin's on the controls, and my partner alongside me tonight, a special guest in the house. Usually see him on the track with car number 61, the Carolina Outlaw. Josh Peacock will be my number 2 guy here tonight. Josh, welcome into the booth, man. Definitely some different digs for you, but you ready to lock and load on this?
Oh, yeah. We never really sat in a booth during one of these races, and it'd be nice to see y'all's perspective of it for a night.
You will get to see all the bells and whistles of what we do, so good to have a guy who comes off the racetrack in our airwaves here tonight. But before we get racing, let's take this thing trackside, pay honor to the greatest station in the world, the United States of America, with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, yeah, buddy. That's right, Ben Alfaro. It is dirt racing time. You're exactly right. We got to thank Charlie Milner from Milner Media and Design for putting that great rendition of the national anthem for us together. And, of course, to Kevin Dedman and the gang at Dirty Grass Soul. What a talented band they are. Thank them for singing our rendition of the national anthem as we get ready to lock and load inside the Lanier National Speedway, the critically acclaimed Wednesday night street fights brought to you by the Dirt Warrior Racing League and by our friends at Heartland, Harley, Davidson. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole with car number 71 will be Dan Stifler, and alongside with car number 1 will be Alex Brewer. In row number 2 will be number 40 of Jordan Curdy, with the number 16 of David Blackburn. He's kind of on the outside of number 2, but he will drop to the rear via last week's win at Wednesday Night Street Fights with the number 119 starting off 5th. That'll be Corey Stansell, the 097 alongside of Mitchell Enos. In row number 4, we welcome back to the network with car number 11. That is Trey Jones with the Colonel John Monkern alongside with car number 36. And Derek Fedkenhauer aboard the number 86 car from Bulletproof Motorsports. He will start in position number 9. Well, I guess we'll call it 8 or 7 because the rows are reset, and we'll get ready to go around for 8 laps around the heat races. We have 2 on the docket. And what is going to be an awesome, I believe, 60-lap main event that will cap off this week. Dirt Warrior Racing League, Wednesday Night Street Fights. It's 50 laps. I believe we're going to do yellow flag laps. Will not count tonight if I remember what they're doing here with the format. It was changed a couple of times. So off at turn number 4, iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag up in the air for the first time tonight. Dan Stifler is going to lead Alex Brewer off the exit of turn number 2. Now, Josh, you've been in this position more times than not. First lap of the night in a heat race. A group of cars around you. You maybe not in practice around all night long. What's going through your head these opening laps?
Yeah, the first couple laps, especially in the heat race, track's tacky and kind of locked down to one lane or where you can carry the most momentum. Smartest play is to keep it smooth and consistent and try to keep it out front and see where you can pick out of the driver's mistakes and make moves to the front.
Well, they're doing a good job so far as we're going to look it out single file into turn number 1. And I believe the aliens are trying to abduct the 71 of Dan Stifler because he's been on and off my screen more times than I've been on a Twinkie here recently. So that car keeps going in and out, but he'll lead the way off turn number 2. Alex Brewer going to fall in for second. And Jordan Curdy, the number 40 car, I'll tell you what, that's a guy we've talked about these last few weeks, Josh. That red and black number 40 car, he's got a lot of speed. He's becoming really solid. Good way to go out there and, get your name out there, mix it up with some of these guys. Getting driving around these fellas really has to make you better, I would assume.
Oh, as I've said week in, week out, this is a great group of guys to race with. For the most part, everybody races a lot of class and respect, and Jordan Curdy's definitely been picking up a lot of speed here lately. It's good to see him having a good run here in this heat race.
Doing a good job running in the 3rd spot is Brewer with the number 1 car. Going to look to the low side of Dan Stifler off of turn number 4. We're already halfway home, already 5 laps complete. 8 laps here. We'll go by to a blink and a eye. That's what I love about this 3/8 mile Lanier National Speedway. For a while, it was my favorite track in iRacing, and it's still number 2. I think Volusia, for the time being, may have jumped over that, but this place has always provided good racing over the years. Of course, we've seen 100-lap feature events. The coin, the end of the Dirt Warrior Racing League seasons every year. So I love coming out to the Speedway. But we've got a good 3-car race now as we're going to see the white flag in the air. And I'll tell you what, Dan's done a good job holding off Brewer because Brewer is a pretty cool customer in that number 1 car.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely been applying the pressure, not letting Dan make any mistakes. Garrity's applying the pressure to Brewer, not really letting him mess up at all either. Been a pretty good showing overall. See D-Fed worked his way up to the 5th spot from the tail of the field.
Always recommend seeing that 86 car coming from the back. He always does a good job. But we go under the checkered flag, and it's going to be Dan Stifler will win in heat race number 1, 2 for Alex Brewer, Jordan Curdy, John Monkern, Derek Fedkenhauer will finish up 5th. Sees everything likes to reset over here after the race. Corey Stansell, Troy Jones, Mitch Enos sets our field. What do you got, Jack?
The tornado sirens going off in the background.
Tornado sirens going off in the background at Jack's place. So we're gonna hope the stream holds. We're gonna let Jack do what he's got to do. But I'll tell you what, it's just I know there's been some weather going through his part of the country. Tornado sirens never good. So if we abruptly just kind of disappear, well, you guys will know why. As we got some bad weather going through the control booth out there tonight as we get ready to lock and load for heat race number 2. Welcome into Joseph Robertson out there watching. Joseph Robertson, Revis, DTR2. WFO Rain Man here. Wow, that's awesome. I wonder if you remember Todd. I think he would know who WFO is from DTR2. think he was XLO Sidewinder. We'll talk to Todd about that one day. He would get all excited about talking back to the gang at DTR, DTR2. I know a lot of guys go back there. You go back to DTR, DTR2, Josh?
Oh no, sir. We come into the sim race community on iRacing about a year and a half ago. We didn't have the pleasure of joining all those guys back in the day.
I remember, I'll tell you what, I remember playing the rack bag games back in the day. They were definitely pretty flipping cool, way ahead of their time indeed. And cool to see guys mentioning, DTR, DTR2 out there tonight. Joseph, welcome on in. Great to see you out there live on the Full Velocity Racing Network as we get ready to go for heat race number 2. On the pole will be the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman. Jim Revis, the evil one, alongside with car number 21 on the front row. The Hammer, Henry Jones, with car number 25. The number 12 of Eric Eichstadt make up row number 2. The 11 of Kyle Moyer will start 5th with the number 6 of Ryan Bronson alongside. David Brewer, E.J. Jones, and Ronald Heights with car number 5, new name here, the Wednesday Night Street Fights. He will start 9th, but we are under green. We're already getting to it. I look over in 3 and 4. And the Hammer, Henry Jones, he got wicked loose to the corner. He stacked them all up, and they almost had a big parlay over there. You said track is really slick and tacky early on. I think it happened right there for the 25 car. He was way out of shape.
Yeah, you see that slick groove they're developed right in the middle. As it usually goes here, the track will move up, and then it'll gradually start coming back down. You start moving around, making some moves. See somebody like Jim starting outside pole, and if you want to know where the track's at, just watch his car. He knows this place upside down.
Certainly does. Him and Eric both doing a really good job running in 2nd and 3rd with the 88 car from RJM Motorsports. That'll be Kevin Prettyman. He will lead them off of turn number 2, or turn number 4, I should say. He will complete lap number 3. He is a race leader. I'll tell you what, Kevin has put some really good solid runs here recently. A guy who came out, he joined DWR, I think as most of these guys would normally do, would kind of have to tack onto the back, get some experience, log some laps. I've been showing some really good signs in that 88 car. I know you've been racing around him a lot recently too, Joshua. How you feeling about his progress? He's really done some good work.
Oh yeah, Kevin's one of the guys that I always pull for, even racing against him. If I'm not going to do well, I'd like to see him do it. He's putting together a hell of a run here. As I said, the track's going to move up, and he's been able to fend Jim off as Jim's riding around the bottom. But if he's able to put a complete event together, I'd like to see Kevin have a pretty good show.
I got to say, I watch you guys do this night after night for a long time now, and I see you guys go through the corner as close together as you get, and sometimes a little bit of contact through the corner. When you guys are kicked as far sideways as you are some nights, do you guys even feel that contact that may come to your left or through a corner?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's a lot of things you got to think this is an online sim, so there is a lot of connection issues to where you'll hit somebody but not really hit them, and sometimes it'll be significant contact, and sometimes you won't feel it. So there's a lot of factors play in, but most of the time, especially if you run these cars as often as we do, you can feel it, but it's very easy to control and handle.
Well, I love having this guy alongside me tonight, Mr. Josh Peacock, joining us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network tonight as we are off turn number 4, already putting the checkered flag in the air. Heat race number 2, like a blink of an eye, and did Kevin Prettyman he sure did, picking up the win over Jim Revis, .042. The interval between 1st and 2nd. Revis will finish up 2, Eric Eichstadt for 3. 4th will go to Ryan Bronson, E.J. Jones for 5th, Kyle Moyer, Henry Jones, David Brewer, Ronald Heights with the number 5 car to round out our 9-car field. So heat race number 2 in the books. It is early feature time. We are going to go 50 laps around. The yellow flag laps will not count. I do believe, I'm going to make sure somebody responds to me over there in chat yet. No, you're not. So somebody's out there listening and I believe I've seen the last change in the format is they are going to count. So let's take a look at our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for tonight's 50-lap main event. On the pole, the number 71 is Dan Stifler, but Kevin Prettyman alongside with car number 88. In row number 2, the number 1 is Alex Brewer with the number 21 of Jim Revis on the outside of that 2nd row. In our 3rd row, we find the number 40 of Jordan Curdy. The number 12 is Eric Eichstadt. He's going to start 6th. 7th starter will be the number 36, the Colonel, John Monkern, with the number 6 of Ryan Bronson to the outside of that 4th row. D-Fed with car number 86 will start 9th. Derek Fedkenhauer and E.J. Jones, the natural one, aboard car number 84, will slide off in position number 10. That's a heck of a row right there, I'll tell you. Corey Stansell's number 119 will start 11th with the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. On the outside of row number 6, the 11 of Trey Jones will start 13th with the number 25 of Henry Jones. To his outside, Mitchell Enos with the 97. He will start 15th, flanked by the 319 of David Brewer. David Blackburn will start at the tail this week. He is in car number 16. Ronald Heights in the number 5 car He is going to start in the back as well. He will start 18th and 18-car field. That's a pretty dang good crowd for 50 laps around the action track in Brazelton, Georgia, known as the Lanier National Speedway, probably one of the best racetracks in the entire country. Love coming out here, watching these boys mix it up on the dirt. Got to thank the group over at Heartland Harley Davidson for sponsoring this series. And I got to tell you, remind you once again, all Harley, all bike sales over at Heartland Harley Davidson, free shipping. So you want to buy a bike, you're in the market, look up Heartland Harley Davidson, free shipping on a new purpose over there. So look those guys up as we go under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag. And right away, Dan Stifler, he's going to jump himself out to the race lead, hoping his connection will hold. But he's done a good job so far tonight. Alex Brewer up to that second spot. Now, same question to you, Josh. We talked about the heat races. You guys have all had a heat race under your belt now. Is the thinking going into the feature event change any?
I mean, you got to look at it's a 50-lap race. There's a lot that can happen from the first lap to the last. Just be patient, keep your nose clean, and make smart decisions.
Now, we talk to you a lot in the post race. You tell me a lot on the same line. But for guys watching who sometimes maybe not listen to Victory Lane or whatever, we talk about the new change here this season for this group. And that's the carryover for the track stay all night long. How do you think that has changed the racing over the course of this year? I got to say, I'm a fan. I love seeing this track get wore out night after night and watching these guys slide around. I know it really, plays in the air ballpark as well.
Oh, yeah. Those guys first caution. See, Ryan Bronson got turned around. But, yeah, I mean, it's the track carrying over, man. It really puts another element to it. Usually we're accustomed to starting out tacky and then going too slick. And this time, we started features. The track's pretty well wore out. And, the different grooves come in and go out all through the race. Makes it very interesting. And just you guys, the mind game of picking the right line to run.
Well, we are under our first yellow flag of the night, as my partner called out right there. The 6th car of Ryan Bronson going around. Looks like the 40 of Jordan Curdy also got a piece of that as well. Our first Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the night. And our first J-Max Strong full velocity instant replay. Check him out today. Jonathan's Journeys over at jmaxstrong.com. They sell apparel to pay for his medical expenses. He's recovering from a stroke. And I believe it's a Modern Gamer on Facebook, Josh, that they game too. I know they game from time to time. Jonathan does. So
yeah,
a
Modern
great group
Dude
to
Gaming.
follow. The Modern Dude Gaming. I thought I knew it was Modern Gaming. Modern Dude Gaming. Check them out on Facebook today. It's a great follow. I follow the page. I checked them out when he gets up there to play. I see him playing some Wreckfest here not long ago. So that's always great. Cheer those guys on. jmaxstrong.com is where you find them. Thank Tim Cummings over at CCM Custom Designs and Engraving for bringing us the story of Jonathan's Journeys over here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Cool to follow what is going on there. Cool to keep up with them and some really terrific people. We got some good folks on the track tonight, too, as we go back under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag. Dan Stifler now with 8 laps complete, so I guess yellow laps are going to count here tonight. We're already at 8 laps in.
Yeah, we're looking. There's a little stack up on that start, and the evil one fell back a little bit and get a gut tag from behind. They're still kind of cobbled up from second on back.
I got to think the checkup may have been the 71 car through the middle. Dan's car keeps kind of going, blinking in and out, in and out. That's going to make you guys a little bit unsettled. I know I do a lot of pavement racing. I go back to an old sim, play that, of course, still to this day. I know when guys blink out there, it's a unbelievable thing on the pavement. I can't imagine the way you guys drive cars on the dirt, swinging them sideways, going as fast and close as you do, that somebody blinking around you isn't a disconcerting feeling.
Oh, it's definitely uneasy. You don't know where they're at and where they're going to pop back up, and when they're next minute they go away, and the next minute they pop back up inside your car, and it causes a big issue. So
some things never change.
Feeling.
It really is. I still feel it to this day. And I'm watching a cat come through the field right now, I'll tell you. Look at the number 84, the natural one, E.J. Jones. That's Cedar Cove, number 84. Are there more intimidating guys coming up behind you, chasing you down, that you look down at your relative, you see the name E.J. Jones coming, you almost sometimes feel like, well, he's good tonight. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of guys like that in this field. EJ is definitely one of them. I'd much rather see him behind me than in front of me, because if he's in front of you, there's very little chance you're going to chase him down, but he's definitely made a run as he's on the inside of John Monkert for third.
Good to see him, and good to see John Monkert back to us running well up there in the top 3 and holding off the 84 car as we go door to door down at turn number 3 and 4. The race leader is the number 1 car of Alex Brewer, and Alex is one of those cats as well, Josh. He's shown here recently. He gets out front. He can sometimes be a tough customer to handle. He's already out to about 3 or 4 car lengths, but Brewer's another one. You say there's guys in the field, they get out front, they're tough to handle. I would think Alex Brewer has all of a sudden come to that calm these last few months.
Oh yeah, Alex is one that's pretty hard to chase down. I've had a lot of fun racing with Alex here in the past couple weeks. We've had some really fun races together, run side by side, and he's been a fun one to race with here lately.
Tell you what, he's come a long way as well. I know we for a little while he was it was rough running around him. He would kind of make some aggressive moves. But I'll tell you what, since he's toned it down a little bit, he's not only got a lot cleaner, he's gotten a whole lot more faster and a whole lot more successful. He's doing a good job right now. But Mr. Stifler's 71 car, Dan has been really sporty tonight. I'm hoping the connection will iron out for him because that 71 car also looks, he's pretty hooked up. He's giving Brewer a pretty good run for his money as we run nose to tail now down to turn 1.
Yeah, just keeping him honest. I really hope his connection clears up. I know he's from around the northeast area too, probably getting some weather, but I really hope his connection clears up. He's having a really good run.
Certainly is really good. And also as well, I'm watching Moyer, the number 11 car. He's now up into the top 5 underneath the John Moncur 36 car. Moyer's another one of those drivers, I'll tell you. He joined over with a gang at Team Dirt Warrior. They got some good sets under their cars, obviously. And Kyle Moyer, he's been one of those guys week after week, night after night. You see that 11 car get in the pit area. He's going to be one to contend with as well.
Oh yes, sir. I told him after USA this past Sunday, we've had to, me and all my guys over at Bulletproof, we've had to go back to work and go back to working on stuff and tired of getting spanked every week. They've definitely picked up a lot of speed here lately.
They really have. They've all really done a good job. And Brewer leading the Dirt Warrior team tonight with car number 1 out into the race lead. Dan Stifler running in that second spot. E.J. Jones, a cool customer in the 84. He's up to 3rd. Moyer now up to 4th. And John Moncur has dropped back to the 5th spot with car number 36. And he's going to come under fire because Jim Revis of 21 got shuffled out there early. He's beginning to regroup. And now the Evil One, that Evil One graphics number 21. He's to the low side looking for room back in the top 5. Jim's won at this track before. He knows this place really well, as you said. Not shocked at all he's up there racing for a top 5 finish.
Oh no, that's no surprise. This is one of, I would say racing with him, this is one of Jim's, one of his better racetracks, if not his best racetrack. He's always fast and competitive here.
I agree. Definitely is for sure. And good to see Eric up there with 12 car running right behind him as well as Eric around Kevin Prettyman. Put the 12 car now up to 7th as everything pretty much came for the most part in the top 4. Brewer, Stifler, Jones, Moyer on top 4. But this race for 5th, it's been good. Revis got underneath Moncur's number 36 car, just hasn't been able to put him away. They still continue to battle there door to door and up. Now looks like John will wash up the hill. Revis up to 5th, and now we're going to battle for the 2nd spot as we look up front. E.J. Jones has run down the top 2, and now he's looking underneath Dan Stifler, racing for 2nd off of 2.
Yeah, E.J. is a good one. He's going to run his line. He's going to stay calm, cool, and collected. He's just going to wait for you to give him a lane. But as soon as you give him the lane, you very typically you're going to see him drive away from you. See if Stifler can hold him off.
Going to try his best as we're going to put 25 laps complete next time around. We're halfway home for this round of the Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday night street fights. The pinnacle of the iRacing Dirt Leagues live right here at Dirt Warrior Racing League as we work off to number 4. Alex Brewer leads, but a new second place contender has emerged, the number 84 of E.J. Jones. It looks like he may clear Stifler finally off of 2. And now it's time for the 84 car to set sights up front. You've been in Alex's shoes before, trying to run away and try to keep that 84 car behind you. He's got a tall task coming because EJ looks like he's got a pretty good little sound underneath him. He's really making time. Not really looking like he's driving the car all too terribly hard.
Yes, that's definitely a tall order to keep somebody like that behind you. At a track like this, EJ's another one that's probably really good here. Any track you got to roll the bottom and be precise to your throttle control. He's definitely one to look out for.
Certainly is. I know if you had a couple of your teammates out there tonight too, if they were joining us, I'm sure they would be running that bottom equally as good, doing one heck of a job. And now you look at this race for 3rd that's going on. Stifler's still stuck in the outside lane. Now it's the 11 car of Moyer. We're going to pull to the bottom side. That's a good race for a spot in the top 3 now with 28 laps complete. Can Kyle Moyer clear Stifler, maybe make a potential run at these top 2?
Yeah, Stifler's got something working right there in the middle. He's got enough to stay even with Kyle. I don't think it's going to be around much longer, and the track's going to all move down to the bottom, where you're either going to get there, or you're going to get freight trained around. But they're definitely putting on a good race. I haven't seen them touch as of yet, and they're pretty even.
So a guy like myself, who is a novice dirt racer, I'll say that. Not learned a lot from what I know about it, doing what I do here. But for looking at you guys, the way I see these tracks change over the course of the night, every race we do, I see everybody running around the bottom. Now, conventional wisdom would say to me, the bottom is going to go away. We're going to start seeing these cars move up top. What is it around Lanier that we don't see that top lane start forming and everybody kind of stays true back to the bottom lane?
This track, man, these cars don't really have the power to run around the outside. like you would think. I mean, you can run it, and in very rare instances, you can run it successfully and make good time. But in most scenarios, it just kind of sticks right down bottom to that crease or by the inside wall.
That must be a product out of the low-powered street stocks we have out here too, because I'll see some stuff out there with say a Pro late model or a UMP modified, and we'll see the track kind of change lanes. So that's why I've got the guy that's won so many races out there in these street stocks, Josh Peacock, joining us here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Now 34 laps going up to the scoreboard. And Alex Brewer, he's leading the way over EJ Jones. You say a bottom lane racetrack, it's going to be work. EJ's run him down, but getting to a guy is one thing. Passing him on a single lane, low side racetrack, that's got to be a whole different ball game.
Oh, yes, it is. If you'll take a look here, EJ's moved up to the middle line, searching around, see if he can find any extra speed to catch a run on Mr. Brewer. You see he catches a little bit more run off the corner, but can't really do anything with it. Kind of interesting to see how this plays out.
It's going to be cool to watch here these last couple of laps. I'm going to give a big kudos to Stifler's 71 car. Him and Moyer have been side by side for about 10 laps. You said he's found something in the middle. It's kind of not going away. Stifler's, in fact, he's game time. I thought he may lose a little. He stayed dead even as we're over in 3 side by side.
Yeah, the biggest thing of how they're staying side by side, he's not letting Moyer get a wide arc into the corner, which is kind of needed to get your momentum out. So he's able to stay side by side with him and use his momentum off the corner, where Brewer or Moyer ain't got the momentum.
I'm going to tell you what, if I get to call 10 more races with this guy, I'm going to be able to go out there and drive one of these cars and probably know half of what I'm doing, because Mr. Peacock has given us one hell of an insight for here before. And all right, Jack says no. I'll never learn how to drive dirt. That is probably a true fact, but he's making me sound a whole lot smarter than I normally would sound. I'm really glad to have Josh Peacock with us here tonight on Full Velocity as we now put 38 laps in the books. Alex Brewer continuing to lead over EJ Jones. Kaya Moyer and Dan Stifler is that race for third. Looks like it's kind of been put to bed for now. Moyer will take that over. Revis around Monkern. Jim Revis back there running in the 5th spot. Monkern back in 6th. Kevin Prettyman, Eric Eichstadt, David Blackberg, and Derek Fedgenauer making up our top 10. I've been looking at the 16 car trying to run for the back. We'll see what he can do, but we're down to about 10 laps remaining, and EJ Jones is there. He has found room to the inside, and now it may be time to start hustling that car for the corner. It's going to be a tough racetrack to pass on. It's going to be a hell of a world to watch these guys do it and do it without contact. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yes, you're definitely going to have to wait for a mistake. Alex is not really making any right now as he exits the corner, and as he comes in the corner, he's making sure he guards the inside, not allowing any bonsai moves to be played. But EJ is not really a bonsai driver. He's gonna stay smooth and consistent, and see if he can fit his car in the hole, and see if he can make his way around him.
Now, for a guy like myself who does a lot of my racing on pavement, and I know, that's so line sensitive and whatnot, when you feel the car to your left rear, that's when you kind of got to respect her down there. How was that different here in the dirt, racing world, as these cars are kicked out, pulled out sideways, and that left rear is really, I'll call it 2 feet sometimes away from where the left front tire sits up there?
Oh, yeah, it's just awareness. A lot of guys on here are on the triple monitors, and a lot of them run mirrors, and I have my field of view set wide enough to where I can kind of see behind me or beside me in my mirror, too, to kind of have my awareness down. It's all in your peripheral settings.
All right, well, peripheral settings be one thing. Peripheral vision for a guy like myself is kind of an unforeseen thing, but I've been thinking about, I know I've been talking and trying to get a 3-monitor setup put up around me, see if I can't go live another world one day, because I think that that may help improve me by, maybe about another, I may make it out of pit road, make a lap before I spin out, so but we'll try that one day. All right, you be nice, Jack. I said at least maybe one lap. At least give me one lap. I've been racing online for, 13 years now almost.
I know.
And
I've seen every year of it. Never mind.
never got really any better though, has it? No, I think over time I've forgotten how to do it, but we'll leave that for another day. You guys have seen me race on the network before. It's not a pretty sight. That is why I'll never come out here and do it in the dirt. I do not have the stones to do it. I don't hold the candle what these guys can do. I would be a lap down by lap 2. Probably wouldn't even take the green flag. I'd be spun out in the first turn. I'll guarantee it. But watching these guys race it up with now 47 laps old, Alex Brewer has brought the one car all the way up high. And look at the run he's getting off the corner. Is there something we found right there for keeping that car wound up?
Yeah, I said right there in the middle, you can carry a lot of momentum off. And he's doing just that. And he keeps clearing EJ coming off the corner every go around.
Pretty impressive to watch. These are two of the very best to go at it. And Brewer, I thought EJ may make a run for the lead. He was almost dead even for a couple of laps. Brewer has held him off, and we already got 2 laps remaining in a feature event that is zoomed right on by as we're in turns over 3 and 4. We're going to put the white flag out over the top of the Lanier National Speedway off of turn number 4. Alex Brewer now going to go back to protecting the bottom as we take the white flag. What's he going to do in turn 1 and 2? He'll hug the bottom once again, trying to take that run away for that 84 cars. EJ Jones going to try to attempt to win one more round of Wednesday night street fights into turn number 3 and 4. The checkered flag goes in the air. Alex Brewer, he's going to be tonight's winner at Lanier. EJ Jones in for 2. Third for Kyle Moyer. Dan Stifler holding on to a good 4th place finish. Jim Revis, John Monkern, Kevin Prettyman, David Blackburn, Eric Eichstadt, Derek Fedkenhauer. That is our top 10. 11th for David Brewer. Mitchell Enos will finish 12th. Henry Jones, Trey Jones, Ronald Heinz. We're going to make up our top 15. 16th to Ryan Bronson. Jordan Curdy will finish up 17th, and Corey Stansell made a couple of laps. He pulled it in. He'll finish up 18th. A great race here tonight from the Lanier National Speedway. We're going to head over to Discord for the Full Velocity Post-Race Show presented by BladeNo.com. We'll hope you'll jump over there with us as well, live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live on the post-race show for the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by BladeNo.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Web hosting, DPS servers, dedicated servers. Look no further than BladeNo.com. They will do it all. They are great customer service. They will take care of every one of your needs. And once again, check them out today over at BladeNo.com for the post-race show tonight of the Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday night street fights presented by Heartland, Harley, Davidson. And tonight it's Alex Brewer with the number 1 car that'll go to victory lane. EJ Jones in for second. And our third place finisher tonight from the 12th starting spot up to a top 3 run, the number 11 car, Kyle Moyer. Kyle, a hell of a run for you on a racetrack that was pretty slick, pretty tacky. It was tough to pass, really a lot of low lane dominant, but you had to pass a lot of race cars, man. Tell us about how strong this piece was. That was awesome to watch.
It was a good car tonight, guys. I mean, I started deep in the field, but it was definitely a good car. Just keep it out on the bottom, keep it out of trouble. Try to be there at the end, I guess, you know.
Well, I had the brilliance of a guy like Mr. Peacock alongside me here at the network tonight. So he was giving me a whole lot of the tricks and things you guys are feeling inside the race car. And he was talking about this place being low lane, really hard to pass. In the closing laps, we saw guys like Brewer get it up high, make some time off the corner. Were you able to? Were you going to think of trying that? I mean, you had a really good hold on third.
I had a good. I wasn't moving high. I mean, I was locked in third. Yeah, I'm not much of going high here. I'll keep it on the bottom and hopefully it works. But of course, it didn't work tonight.
Well, I would say it did work because I would take a 12th position and run to a top 3. I would be really happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, right. I'm happy with it. It just just needed a caution there to end, see what happens then. But it's all good.
Right. What I love about you race car drivers, you put a run like that together, and it's like, man, I'm so disappointed. I get to a 3rd place run. Kyle, as always, been a hell of an interview. A great race by you, buddy. Let me give you the mic here one more time. Let you thank your crew behind you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for broadcasting all these. Definitely fun watching after the race. And thanks to Jim and all of us that I guess put this league together. Thanks Jim for painting the car, Evil One Graphics, and about it.
All right, well, that's a good dude right here. I'll tell you what. And said from 12th to 3rd, I'll take that run any night of the week. I'm sure he will too. Kyle Moyer tonight getting a 3rd place run here at Lanier. We'll let him go. We will walk down here toward the number 84 camp. This one could go sideways real quick in a hurry because our old buddy EJ Jones going to finish up 2nd here tonight. EJ, a pretty dang good car. You started 10th. You motored up onto the field. You ran down Brewer. But daggone it, couldn't get the run down low around them. Great run for you nonetheless there, bud. Tell us about your race car.
I think I needed either the 10 more laps to make 60, or I needed that race to be 100 laps. I don't know which one, but it was a fun run. I can't really complain about it. The car handled good. It could probably be a little bit better, but I kind of know what change I need to make to it at least now to get the thing to react a little bit.
On a racetrack that was really tough to pass here tonight, low side dominant. I had Peacock up here alongside me tonight. He was giving me a whole lot of the secrets of what you guys are out there experiencing behind the wheels. But on a place like this, where I thought the last closing laps, you got under Alex, and I thought that's it. This is going to be the money. He's going to zoom right on by. Brewer found something in the middle going up high. Got a really good run off the corner. I was surprised there was a run up there to make. Were you equally as surprised he was able to hold you off?
Yeah, he had a little bit. He had a little bit taller gear in his car than I did. So if he ran up a lane, it wouldn't hurt him as much as it hurt me because I was running a little bit lower on the gear, so or a little shorter on the gear. It's all a preference as far as how you want to feel the car, how fast you want to kick it out, and what line you plan on running, basically.
Well, I wouldn't be too preferent on it because you passed 8 cars out there tonight, a 50-lap event, quick one yellow flag. You passed 8 cars. You made something happen up front, competing for a win. EJ, I would say that's a night well done there, brother. Let me give you the mic here one more time and let you thank your sponsors and your crew that are behind this.
I got to thank the guys at Cedar Cove Speed. Also got to thank Eric Eichsed at Eichsed Rutsch for the sweet Michelob Lady Wrap. Guys at Team DWR as well for helping me kind of get back on track after I kind of got lost in street stock so for a few seasons ago. Say hey to my mom. Also thank my friend Peter who let me play around on his sim. Also say hey to my girlfriend Lisa out there. I know she was watching. And sponsors are welcome. I won't rage quit like Bubba Wallace did. So you can count on me to stay in a race even if I do get wrecked.
I love it right there. That's a hell of a call. And I see the grills have started, so I'll be back down here to party.
Oh, yeah. We got the Michelob. I even bought your fireball cake, Phil, because I found out you were going to be here tonight. I know we have to have that. The hamburgers, the bratwurst, the hot dogs, it's all on the grill. We're ready to go. We're going to drink. We're not just going to drink, but we're going to pound them. And we have to practice isolation or something, don't we? Who knows, whatever. But we're gonna party. We're just gonna have a great time.
Dang right. This fat kid is hungry, so I'll be down there shortly. EJ Jones, a 2nd place finish here tonight at Lanier for the number 84 car. I'll definitely let him go, and I'll definitely be back down, hang out, and throw a few down for sure with them boys. It's always a good party down there. But we got a party down here in BladeNo.com, Victory Lane, Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. Look at that. The Heartland Harley Davidson car, number 1, pulls into the winner's circle. Alex Brewer is here. Alex, a great ride for you. A good starting spot tonight. 3rd, found yourself up to the lead. Didn't look back, man. Tell us about that glide around this place.
That was a pretty fun race. Started in 2nd in my heat race. Made it a little bit easier, but it's nice to get a win on my sponsored race.
Absolutely right there, brother. I'll tell you what. And I got to say, you said starting 2nd in the heat race. Some weeks here at the Wednesday night street fights, it's all about the luck of that pill draw after practice. Is that not? Because those heat races, man, they, especially a track like tonight, was be tough to pass. That was a big deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you have a whole bunch of fast guys in this league, and you start in the back, it's kind of hard to get up to the front.
You're not kidding, because I watched guys like Blackbird from the back. He only got up to 8th there tonight. Moyer and EJ passed a lot of cars. You didn't have to do so. You had to pass 2 to get ahead. You got the race lead. Tell us about those last 15 laps. You and the 84 had a really good race going on. I thought he may have had something on the bottom to go by you, but you found something up high. Was that something in the gear? Were you holding that in your ace in your back pocket, knowing there may be something up there to go get? That was a great move you made for the win there. That really pulled it off the corner, and you were able to hold him back.
Yeah, I seen EJ coming, so I know he likes to run the bottom, so I kind of wanted to stay down there, but I seen him go up to the middle, so I went up and tried that, and car took off pretty good. It got a good jump off the corner, and yeah, I really liked running the middle, but I had to stay down at the bottom because EJ's really quick down there.
Yeah, and this racetrack was definitely a low side favorable racetrack tonight, Alex. Let me give the mic here one more time here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Let you thank your crew, your team, your sponsors, anybody out there watching. Victory Lane, brother. These don't come often. Savor this one. Take the floor away. Thank all the good.
I got to thank Heartland Harley for sponsoring the league and the car, I guess, and Team Dirt Warrior for all the practicing and help they give me, and you guys for broadcasting. Eichstead Raps, and I guess we'll go party with EJ.
I like it. I'll join you down there as well. Here you have it, folks, on BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. The driver of car number 1 is Alex Brewer. He pulls it into the winner's circle here tonight in a great race. Got to thank him. Got to thank the group at DWRL. Of course, Jim Revis, Eric Eichstadt, all the other owners, Moira's in there, Pruitt, Believe, and a couple more guys. I don't want to make sure I miss anybody or give the wrong name out, so I'm going to stop right there. I know. Got to thank Josh Peacock, my partner tonight, for playing alongside. He did a hell of a job. Thank Jack Truin for all his help. I know the weather was bad, but the stream held up well. Looked like it went good, and hope everybody out there enjoyed it. Got to thank Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, my partners here at the network, and, of course, our great sponsors, Team Hart Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, JMaxStrong.com, BladeNode.com, the South Texas Speedway, Charlie Milner at Milner Media and Design, Sheffield Graphics, of course, Trash Panda Graphics, 3D Racing, the TDR Racing League, JP Designs, the Cyber Thunder Racing League, and the iRacing Dirt Painters. For Josh Peacock and Jack Truitt, I am Phil LeCasse. We'll see you back here live. A big twin bill tomorrow night. I'll tell you what, we have a cool event. The NEMA Midgets, the Northeastern Midget Association, live. 3 of 5 sprint cars on the pavement, my hometown, the Thompson Speedway tomorrow night, as well as my partner, Todd. He'll be with Jeff McConey over at the East West Modified Tour, SidsView.com Modified Tour over on Speed51.com. So until tomorrow night, you guys all have a great night. Hope all is well. We'll see you back here live next time on your source for esports racing.